In this video, I'm going to take a look at performance testing and also cross-functional testing. Let's start with the DevOps team. We usually will have developers, we would have testers, and some implementation people. If the organization is very large, then these three teams must cooperate. It's extremely important that we have a strong DevOps team. We should also think about some deployment strategies, and one strategy is to include or use third-party software like Jenkins or Chef, Puppet. These kinds of administrative tools, even though they're administrative, they do help in testing in that because there are so many dependencies involved, these sorts of tools will help identify some of those dependencies. Also, microservices are considered an event-driven architecture. As a request comes in, that one request can cause several other dependencies, other services, other components within the architecture to help supply the response that's going to be formulated. So with an event-driven architecture, there's so many moving parts that we need to consider this when we are considering performance testing. Also, in keeping with the last point, standardization is very important because, once again, we have so many different services, so many different dependencies. If we have different standards, then it would be more difficult to figure out where an error occurred. If everything's standardized, it's much easier to do that. Now, supporting all of this is logging, and from logging comes monitoring. And these two bullet points here are extremely important in terms of performance because it's only by taking note of what is happening in real time can we tweak the performance or improve it for the next iteration of the application. Also, we need to consider that some microservices, maybe not all, but a few of them may be cloud-based. That would introduce a certain amount of latency into the testing. Let's take a look now at testing considerations. What do we consider for specifically testing our application? Well, we need to consider the fact that we're dealing with a single microservice in one instance, but that single microservice is combined with other single microservices to form a solution. And as it turns out, the best way to keep check on performance is to keep check on individual microservices rather than considering them as a group. However, each microservice is combined at some point in time, and this combination uses up resources.